Day 719 being Christopher Cruz. So I was gonna do this video yesterday, but I forgot. So night before last, I had this dream where I was like, I don't know, I was doing something and I was with a few people and I was walking down the street and it was like a zombie apocalypse type of feeling or something like that, but like this eeriness to it. And I remember walking past this like old Bronco SUV, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw this like dark figure like come out and push its face against the window. And I looked over and it was gone, and I knew it was like a demonic spirit, like it was so evil and just like vicious. And then I started to see them start popping up around us. And I was with a small group of people, and I said to them, it's time for the League of Lions to unite and come together. And I remember I was telling them, like, guys, it's our time. Like, it's time for us to fight. Like, it is time for us to come together. It's time for this to happen. Because I was seeing these demonic spirits starting to come into the world, and I could see them with my eyes. And yeah, it was so intense. And but it was like, guys, it's time for the League of Lions to come together, which is now Warriors of God. It's time for us to fight, because I knew it's like, it's our job to fight these demonic spirits. Like, it is our job to do that. That's what we're here to do. And I woke up, and I think it's no accident that later on in the day yesterday, God gave me this vision of people wearing, you know, the Warriors of God shirts. And that was like, okay, it's time. But that dream was like massive confirmation. Chris, it's time. It's time to get it out there. It's time to put it out there to the world. And the way that I'm starting is by getting the shirts and the swag and everything out there. But that was just like, yeah, that was just the timing. And so I feel like I got it. Like, it's time. Like, I think God has made it clear it is time. Like, I don't know what else he could do. I don't know what else he could possibly do in a dream than for have me say, all right, it's time for the League of Lions to come together and unite. It's time for us to fight. Like, what else could he possibly say? Like, what else could he possibly give me in a dream that would be more confirmation than that? Like, it can't be spoken any clearer than that. So I get it. And I think him showing me this guy at 7-Eleven and just showing me my two futures ahead of me, it's like, wow. And then that Bible verse that says, I find my strength in God. He will make me run fast like a deer. He will take me over the mountains. Like, yeah, it's time. That makes me a little nervous though, because for me, like, I've said it's time 1,000 times and I've fallen on my face 1,000 times. Like, I've never done it. I've never been able to make it happen. Never had the follow through. Never had any of that. But the difference is I've always tried doing it on my own. I've never done it with God. And when I ask God, like, God, how? Give me the answer of how I'm supposed to live into my greatness. You know, I ask him that, and then he gives me that Bible verse. It's through his strength. I've never tried to do any of this through God's strength. I've always tried to do it through mine, and that's why I've failed miserably and fallen on my face again and again and again. And I've just finally reached this point where it's like, I'm really understanding I don't have what it takes. But God does. And he will use me. So, Warriors of God will be launching, finally. And I'm not ready, but if God says I'm ready, I'm ready. And the thing is, I don't have to be ready, he's ready, and that's all that matters, because he's the one who's going to make it happen. You know, I was watching this pastor where he was talking about we are the weapon, we are the axe, and God is the one wielding the axe. He's the one swinging the axe, you know, and so he's going to swing us. An axe by itself can't swing itself. You need someone to pick it up and swing it. And so we are the weapon, but he is the one swinging the weapon. So wow, this is exciting. This is like monumental. Like, I feel like I've been given permission to move forward and bring Warriors of God out into the world. And it's just interesting how the way that it's going to be launched is through t-shirts and hats and stuff. And it's just like, that doesn't, I feel like that would be like the last thing that I would do to launch it, but that's it. And I found this amazing template yesterday on this app that I use to make videos. That's just incredible. And I spent 2 hours last night laying in bed making the video awesome and amazing. There's no accident there. So yeah. And there's this guy, this older guy that's sitting over there who has this stack of paper. And he's an artist. He's drawing. And I was gonna go talk to him and say, hey, do you do any like freelance stuff? Like, because I really need someone to draw what this Warrior of God looks like. But he's here. I've seen him a few times, so I don't think I need to worry about that now, but just in the future. And it's so interesting because he's sitting right next to the guy that talked to me a few weeks ago, telling me like, you know, you don't need God, and you know, all you need is food and water and shelter, and that's it. And you know, when he gets to heaven, you know, he's gonna say, well, God, you gave me free will, so you know, it's your fault that I live the life I live, not mine. So interesting that you've got those two side by side, like two. Yeah, so interesting. And it's crazy. I've seen that guy here several times. We don't even make eye contact. Like, we avoid each other like the plague. It's so interesting. Ever since I started talking about God, the guy just like gone.